Very much, and good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for inviting me to this important event to present our system, Climacustic. It is a real honor for me, so really thank. I start immediately my presentation, and I promise in 10 minutes I will do everything. So in 10 minutes I will explain you what Climacustic is and how it is made, the physical principles following which it works, and a simple point concerning installation and where it is used. Climacustic is a radiant and sound-absorbing modular system used as a wall and ceiling cladding. It is the only system in the world that combines thermal comfort, energy saving, sound quality, and attractive design as a unique solution to save energy and to improve livability for any environment. So Climacustic is used as a ceiling or as a wall cladding for heating and cooling environments. It is available in formats 60 by 60, 60 by 120, or in 4 meter by 128 millimeter high slates. Let's see now how it is made. The starting panel is an MDF melamine faced panel, which is milled on the front side and is drilled on the back side in order to create what in the acoustic field they call the Helmholtz resonator. Later I will explain you what is an Helmholtz resonator. Behind the milled and perforated melamine-faced MDF panel, we have a pipeline which is made in Perth with an oxygen barrier, inside which, once installed, you can make run hot and cold water. Then we apply an aluminium foil on the back side, this because we need to uniform as much possible the temperature of the panel, and finally at the end on the back side also of the panel we put a layer of insulating material so that the thermal energy is directed towards the environment that has to be heated or cooled. As said before, Climacustic has the characteristic of being a sound-absorbing system based on the principle of the Helmholtz resonator. Here we can see on the left side an Helmholtz resonator, which is obtained on the panel by the crossing of the front milling. Here you see the milling, and also here in the image, which is in the front part, crossing with the hole on the back side of the panel. The sound waves enter the front millings and they expand themselves in the back holes, dissipating their energy. This way, the sound waves are not reflected in the environment, and this way we are avoiding the phenomenon of sound reverberation inside the room. We can say that the Helmholtz resonator basically works like a black hole for light. But this video will explain you better which is the difference between an environment that is not treated acoustically and one that is treated acoustically.
Vai! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Here you hear the echo.
10, 1, 2, e mettiti al centro sala. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's a very simple video, but gives you the idea of what it means to have a room that is acoustically treated. Let's see now how it works from a conditioning point of view. With Climacustic, we are not talking about heating or cooling by conduction, nor by convection, I mean air conditioning, but rather we are talking about conditioning by radiation, following the principle that the heat is transferred from a warm body to a colder body via electromagnetic waves. To better explain this principle, I'll always give this example. Imagine you are skiing on the mountains with a beautiful sunny day. After skiing, you stop for a sandwich, for a beer maybe. The air temperature is around 0 degrees and the sun warms you and you take off your jacket. But then a cloud comes and covers the sun. You feel cold, just because the sun is the source of electromagnetic waves that warms you and is missing now. Climacustic works exactly like the sun, for the heating process, of course. For the cooling process, on the contrary, Climacustic absorbs the heat from the hottest bodies inside an environment, inside a room, and this way it brings down the temperature of these bodies. Talking about advantages, I would like to mention the two most important ones. The first one concerns health. By not heating or cooling the air, convective motos are avoided. Consequently, are avoided also the movement of dust and bacteria inside the environment. The second advantage is an economic advantage. The water used in fan coil during the heating process has a temperature of 60–70 degrees. Climacustic works with a water temperature of 35 degrees. During the cooling phase, a fan coil works with a water at temperature of 7 degrees. Climacustic works with water at temperature of minimum 18 degrees. What does it mean, this? This means that I need less energy to heat and cool the water, which means savings. With regard to installation, this is very simple. If it is the system 60×60 or 60×120, it works like a normal ceiling. If it is applied to a wall or to a ceiling using the slates as represented here in the slide, these slates have a male-female mechanism that allows a very easy installation, nothing very different than an installation of plasterboard for the ceiling and for walls, except that you need to connect the pipelines that are behind the panels to the delivery pipe and to the return pipe. Very simple. Where it is used? Kindergartens, schools, restaurants, offices. The one you see in the photo is an office in Boise, Oregon. We have done also the headquarters of North Face in Switzerland. We have made auditorium, canteens, banks, gyms, and of course, homes. I bring you two relevant examples where our panels have been used. The first one concerns a prefabricated house in Washington during a sort of expo concerning self-sufficient houses. Climacustic in this case was chosen for his low energy impact and for its acoustic comfort. And this was the reason why it was installed inside this house. The second image that I want to show you shows the interior of an house where Climacustic is used, and thanks to it, the house received the Climacustic Gold Nature certification. So, thank you for your attention. I remain at your disposal, and good continuation of the event. At disposal for any question. Thank you very much indeed.